Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. So I don't know much about this particular racket. I know that was in one of my stashes from my buddy Peter Allen. It's called a Spalding Big Bow. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so coffee sponsor of today is Patrick Fitzpatrick. Patrick Fitzpatrick is a coffee club member, and he has decided to hook me up once a month for my dark roast, piping hot. So I want to thank Patrick out there for hooking me up once a month. I appreciate you. If you want to hook me up with my dark roast, piping hot, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. You want to just hook up the channel? Super thanks is the way. Link is below. Thank you guys so much. All right. So, yeah, this is a very interesting racket. I came across it just in a bag of rackets that Peter Allen gave me. And as you can see, the shape is round. It's very round, kind of like a T2000 round. I tried to look up some stuff about this racket, and I really couldn't find out a whole lot. I know that it says a Spalding Specialist frame right there, as you can see. This is some type of a composite here. It says that it's high flex. Dan the man, thank you so much for playing, my man.
Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining me.
Same time next week?
You got it.
All right. If you are looking for that perfect tennis partner who'll play with you whenever you want, I play with Dan once a week. Player Court is the place. Over 27,000 registered players wanting to play with you. It's all at playercourt.com/tennis spin. Link is below. Find your partner there. Wide open shaft, large sweet spot, handcrafted in Belgium, 6 plies French white ashwood fiber, inner outer ply Vulcan fiber, double face glass fiber epoxy large bow. So this is a composite racket that actually has wood in it with fiberglass. That tells me that this is probably going to be pretty flexible. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be pretty flexible. I mean, it is an iconic Spalding. I'm not familiar with Big Bow, but let's get familiar with Big Bow. Wow, I'm looking at the strings. It looks like a wooden kind of a string, the way it comes sideways like this, as you can see here. It's like wood. It actually looks like wood, but it doesn't feel like wood. Let's see you on the court. All right, so Coach Rob, Coach Jerod, and I just played with the Big Bow by Spalding. This is definitely one of their later rackets after the medals that we did in a previous episode. Have you ever heard of that, Coach Rob?
I've never heard of the Big Bow made by Spalding until you brought it out.
So I have to thank my man Pete Allen, as always, for these rackets. What did you think of it?
It was very interesting playing with such a interesting racket, shape racket anyhow. Not a big fan. It definitely had some flex in it. It's got the fiber laminate parts to it. Yeah, nothing special.
Nothing special.
I can't say.
What was wrong with it? Like, tell me what was wrong with it.
I think it just had so much flex. It was just sort of a very
wet rag.
It was like, yeah, it was a wet noodle.
Okay.
Wet rag.
Noodle.
Yeah,
okay.
It was. Yeah,
All
it
right.
wasn't for me.
Okay, wet rag. Coach Jerod, what did you think of something like this? I'm guessing, I don't know the years, but 80s is my guess. Just
And you're
early
saying this
80s.
is also post metal, right?
Post metal.
Yeah, so I was similar to Coach Rob and did not like this frame at all. So it was kind of weird when we tried out the metal frames from Spalding. I feel like that one at least had some pop to it and had some weight to it. This racket does have weight as well, but at the same time, it's just way too much flex. So I just couldn't really figure out how to hit the ball right to actually get over the net. And at the same time, when I did figure out how to hit the ball, I think I had to kind of swing kind of hard. Yeah, just didn't do a lot of, I guess, things that rackets today do. So in terms of just having stability, in terms of having a live string bed, and I was just struggling a lot with this one. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this one was a really fun one for me, but it was, interesting to try it out. So that's kind of my take on this one.
Yeah, I thought this racket was extremely flexible. I think the heaven sent was that the strings were loose just to provide us with a little bit of power. I mean, look at how many strings there are just inside the thing. How many sets there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 strings going right down the middle. You would think, though, that it would be stiffer, but I think the long bow, like, I guess I understand.
Hence the Big Bow.
Big bow, long bow, any bow, like makes it flexible. And then obviously the material, which I thought would be a little stiffer since it's not metal, would make it stiffer. But when I bent down to pick up the ball, it wasn't easy. I mean, I'm going to demonstrate here. Like, it just flexes so much that I can't get that good whack on it.
Hey, you got it that time.
Yeah. But you got to whack it really good on the first one, and it actually flexes so much that it doesn't, pounce on the ball so quickly. So that's what I meant. Like when a racket is flexible, you can feel it when you're trying to pick it up like this. And this is very flexy, very flexy. But fun test, like always. And I'm glad we're able to bring back some of these old school rackets to try and share with you guys. Coach Jerod, thank you so much as always. Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Ma Tennis.
All right, Mr. Rogers. Thank you as always for hanging out with us and having a little fun out here. So he was the one that said, I'll show you, and then he whacked it and then he picked it up, but it wasn't easy.
Not the first time.
Okay. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.